Twitter and Instagram, and the rest is history.
Also, our prediction for the next 5 years. It's getting to a point where you can barely tell it's a person. So if I use ChatGPT for anything, I'm like, no,
no, you're wrong.
This, you're wrong. I want it this way. It's like shopping, but for businesses.
Welcome, guys, to Social Script Solutions podcast. I'm here with Willem. Today we're going to talk about the evolution of social media and marketing.
Yes, and also our prediction for the next 5 years, where we think it's going to be. Me and Theo can't decide and agree, so just going to put it out there.
We've got about two different mindsets about what's happening. What's it going to be?
Different mindsets.
Okay, so to get into it, how social media, started. It's actually really interesting that social media started online with people just engaging in posts, just commenting on stuff. That's basically where it started. Someone would see a web link, and then if there was a comment section, that would be your social media. Then it went over to 6 Degrees, which was one of your first social media marketing, not social media marketing, social media apps.
Yeah.
And that's basically the first place where people were able to create profiles, use their real names, not anonymous links, and engage with other users. Then they went over to Friendster. Then they had MySpace, which MySpace was quite cool because you were able to create your own pages and design it colorfully in any way you want. But they fell a bit off the train there.
Yeah.
they lost it a bit. But eventually Facebook came into the picture, and then Twitter and Instagram, and the rest is history. Most of us know all of the social media apps that are big at the moment. You've got YouTube, you've got Facebook. Funny enough, YouTube is actually a social media app, if you think about it, because you engage with people. It's video format, but it's still social media. You've got Instagram, you've got Facebook, you've got Pinterest. LinkedIn is also
Threads, X,
LinkedIn, TikTok. So there's
places.
Snapchat. There's plenty of apps out there now. But from going to humble beginnings of just being a comment section to people full on engaging on social media sites like Facebook and Instagram, Threads being one of the good examples, where at the moment a lot of people they're just basically talking online. That's basically what it comes down to. A lot of people are throwing their ideas out there. People are responding to it. They're responding back to them, and they're just having connections, which is quite cool. Going from the humble beginnings of just comments.
Comments were sad.
Yeah. And
now we at least have photos and videos.
Yeah, we've got a lot more grace, a lot more room to play with in the social media scene now. And it's really something that's just going to keep on growing. We'll probably see new social media apps coming out. We'll probably see a lot more of these types of programs coming out. These types of apps coming out, because people want to engage. There's a longing in the human heart for connection, and a lot of people are trying to find that online. It's better to find it in person, but if you can't go out, you can find it online.
Yeah, I think doing it in person is the easiest to start. Not always the best, not always the reliable choice or the best choice for whatever niche you're doing.
Yeah, it all depends on what your goals are online. If it's just to engage with people, something like Threads and Twitter would be nice. Facebook even. If your goal online is to consume content or to find entertainment, YouTube, Instagram would be better. If it's to create content, yet again, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram is a great place to start.
Great place, actually.
TikTok is actually really. It's really up there when it comes to creation, because it gives you a lot of the apps and it makes it so easy to create the videos. A lot of us look at TikTok and we're like, it's this kid stuff. We don't want to be a part of it. It does, even for me, when I hear someone sits on TikTok, I'm like, this is cringe. But then if you actually think about it, TikTok gives you the whole, how do I get into editing a video? How do I start, making content? TikTok makes it so easy, and a lot of other online apps are not providing the same type of tutorial, if I can say. So I think it's going to get to a point where there's probably going to be another app that makes it even easier, especially with the advancements of AI that we have these days.
Yes.
And I don't know if you guys have seen the AI videos out there, but it's hectic.
It's
like,
insane, actually.
it's,
Yeah, it's getting to a point where you can barely tell it's a person. Sometimes you can really tell it's not a person.
Sometimes you watch the video and it transitions from a guy snowboarding to a guy diving in the sea, and you can instantly see where it's gone wrong. But sometimes it gives you a video and you're like, is this AI? What am I watching? Like Sora, for example, is one of your advanced video creation AIs at the moment, and the reflections that it gets correct. You know, a lot of people have seen that video of Will Smith eating spaghetti, and it looks like horrible. And now it gets to a point where they've redone that video and it looks decent quality. Like, if you don't know what you're looking for, if you don't know where to see the imperfections,
if you're not someone who works with AI daily, you'll miss it. Like, I showed that video to a few friends of mine that obviously aren't that hooked up with like AI, and they're like, "Oh, what? That's so cool!" And I'm like, "No, it's fake.
AI. It's fake. It's not real."
Yeah.
There's this trend going around on Facebook where people are posting these AI videos, and we call them the Facebook moms.
Yeah, the Facebook
you know, the
moms.
people that are always on Facebook and they know nothing else except Facebook. They see these videos and they're like, "Oh, I can't believe this person did this," or "they created this," and it's like, calm down.
Yeah, come on, Karen.
That's just
Karen,
AI.
please.
So you know, a lot of people are taking advantage of the AI that's out at the moment. I think a lot of apps are gonna make it even easier for us to access that avenue of it. I think that eventually it's going to get to a point where you'll have an AI assistant that's just going to be like, you know, that edit looks good, but don't you rather want to do it like this?
Yeah.
And then you'll get me and I'm like, no, it needs to be like this. I'll fight with that AI.
I'm like that. Like, if I use ChatGPT for anything, I'm like, no.
No, you're wrong.
This. You're wrong. I want it this way. You're doing it the wrong way. So at the end of the day, AI is a tool. It's supposed to listen.
It's supposed to.
It's not supposed to do its own thing. So if people think it should do its own thing, you guys are wrong.
Yeah.
It's supposed
You're
to
making
help
a big
us.
mistake.
A big mistake. Please, guys, just remember what Elon Musk said. Please.
You know, there's a couple of AI engines out there that they're currently using to learn other AI engines.
Yeah.
So, in a sense where this AI is trying to paint an apple, but he's looking at AIs that have painted apples in the past, and it's becoming worse actually because it's referencing off of bad work. So that's where it's an example of, if you let an AI just do its own thing,
it's going to
fail. You need to actually guide it. You need to train it, and we have to keep it a tool. That's where
it takes a professional to learn a professional, if I can tell you it that way. So if you want an AI to do really good work, it's going to learn from someone that does really good work.
Yeah,
just how it is. You know, it's like that thing. If you want two great marketers, you teach both of them you need a great marketer to make a good marketer.
Yeah.
So if you want two great marketers, you're going to have to get an exceptional marketer to create two great marketers. So it's just how it is. It's just what it takes to get a good AI out.
Look, and I think that definitely we're going to start seeing more and more apps that make it easier and easier for editing. But a lot of people don't want to get into creating content. A lot of people just want to stay at the consuming phase. Where I believe if that's where you want to stay, then you're never truly going to make anything of your life. You're never going to create. And us as human beings, we need to have that outlet for creativity. You need to have the outlet for physical work, for creativity, for mental work. If you don't have those outlets, you're bottling up these emotions inside of you. You're bottling up who you are as a person. And it's not going anywhere except destroying yourself.
Yeah.
So if you've got that outlet, if you've got your creative outlet, your mental outlet, it's so good for you as a person, because not only do you grow in that, but you actually feel fulfillment in it.
Yes, and it's just important to do it as even if you just like write a blog or just write down your journal. Either way, it's just a good thing to do as a human being. But also it's good for content. It's good to get people engaging with you. And sometimes it can increase sales depending on how you write it and how it helps.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Willem, how do you think does marketing play a part of social media?
I think it plays a part. I think marketing really hops in with ads. I really do. I think like if you run a good ad and it just pops up in every story, every feed, every reel, you're guaranteed to get some conversions through that, and also guaranteed to be seen at least at the most least get seen. Remember, marketing isn't always about conversions. It's more about good marketing is letting a lot of people know about your stuff. Good branding means everybody is buying from you. That's good branding. Yes. Branding means people are buying from you. Marketing just means I'm letting a lot of people know about my stuff, and they want to buy, they can buy. So in my opinion, ads is a really good way of doing that. We can buy that stuff.
Yeah, I think marketing makes it. Marketing has like so many avenues that it can reach clients, especially on social media, because you have demonstrations that you can do. You have website links, you have product links, which people can go, they can see your product. Not only do you run ads that actually entertain people, that's the correct way to do marketing.
Yeah, that is
the wrong way to do marketing.
Just remember, if it looks like an ad, I'm scrolling.
Yeah. It's me going and looking at this ad, and I'm like, I've seen this for the 20th effing time. And
sometimes it works, but
yeah. For some people, they're like, oh, I've seen this plenty of times. Let's see what's it about.
It needs to show the product. So sometimes it's a product video, actually it's an ad. Sometimes a person clicks on it, it looks interesting.
Yeah, if you've got enough views, your probability goes up of landing a sale.
Yeah, it goes up.
It's the same thing where
I said, if you can give me sorry about my language now, but if you give me a shitty advertisement, but I can show everybody in the world, it's guaranteed a few conversions.
Yeah,
no jokes.
Definitely. It gets back to where our grandparents and our parents. They used to be door-to-door salesmen. Not really my parents, but my grandparents definitely. Where that was the only people they were able to reach. And the amount of sales really depended on how many doors they knocked on that day. So it's the same with marketing. The amount of conversions does depend on how many people you reach that day. If you reach 1,000 people that day, great, you might get 1 or 2 conversions. Back in the day, if you reached 100 doors, you might get 1 or 2 conversions.
Yeah.
It's the same, but you just need to do more.
At the same point, we need to get to a point where we need to trust algorithms. Like, they're written for a reason. It helps us as the viewers.
A lot of people, they run an ad, and then in the first 3 days, they're like, I didn't get any conversions. What do you mean, dude? It needs 7 days to learn, at least.
And sometimes it doesn't. If you're running a conversion ad, I think most of you guys that run ads will know, it needs to get conversions to learn. If it doesn't get any conversion, it just keeps running and just throws into the wind. But still, even though it didn't get any conversion, it can still get a conversion later down the line. So it's still not worth taking off, that reel. It doesn't help. You need to leave it. You need to leave that ad. Maybe you can still get a conversion. Especially, it doesn't help you just, it didn't get out of the learning phase. Delete. No, just keep it. Run that ad. Run it done. If it still didn't do anything, okay, cool, scrap it, make a new one. That's just how we do it, and we've seen a lot more
success. You need to give it some time. I know we're talking only to the people that are actually running ads or in the ad business now, but you need to give it time to learn. You need to give it time to see where it can reach your clients better.
Yes.
Because if you don't give it that grace period, if you're just going to run it for 3 days and then take it off, the ad is still a baby. It hasn't learned anything. So you don't give it that time to fully develop. And like Willem said, if you've run it for 2 weeks and you're not seeing any results, then maybe look at changing it. Maybe see what you can change.
Maybe change a setting or two that will put it back into the learning phase again. Or just take it completely off, make it a completely new one with a new ad set, with some new graphics or whatever. But Theo, what is the marketing strategy where do you see marketing impacting social media?
So I definitely see it with demonstrations, with displaying your brand. Marketing is a powerful tool if used correctly. And on social media, it's used by brands displaying their brand image. You have Red Bull, for instance. A lot of restaurants out there, they're showing you their food and you're like, okay, it's cool food. But when have you ever gone online and been like, okay, cool, I wonder what Joe's Pizzas doing today?
Yeah.
It's still going to be pizzas. Yeah. Where Red Bull, You've got them. They're showing, you know, people skydiving. You know, guys doing backflips over cars.
Let's talk about. It's actually a good point you're bringing up. Like that's proper branding.
That's proper branding.
Like why is an energy drink company doing all this daredevil stuff?
Yeah, all like, these adrenaline hype stuff.
Because of the promise. It's like if you drink this drink, you'll have the guts to do this. Or you have the energy.
To do this.
So that's the niche. That's their brand.
It's subliminal marketing. You know, they're telling you something without saying it.
Yeah. So
without saying it.
It is a promise they promise you. They promise you this extreme life if you drink Red Bull.
Yeah, it's same with Nike. Like they post a lot of their shoes, but most of their content is about like runners, people achieving stuff, athletes. Recently with the Olympics, they're not even allowed to post stuff about the Olympics, but they've got Olympic like photos, you know, people in the Olympics, and it's like they're not allowed to do that, but they still, because they can get away with it.
Yeah, it's Nike. They can get away with it.
But it comes back to the brand image and like how companies are showing their brand, and that's marketing. That is literally marketing. You know, getting your brand out there, showing what your company is all about, your brand image. That is what marketing is about, and a lot of people are missing that. They're just posting ads. You know,
I really do agree.
That's all that's on their social media.
I do agree with Theo's point on that. I really do think. Now, where do you see in the next 5 years how this is going to play out? Where do you see it influencing?
So I see social media in the next 5 years developing to a point where, you know, it's all about consuming content, getting your image out there, you know, getting your life out there, and branding again. So in the next 5 years, I think we're going to start moving away from short form content. It's still going to be there, like it's still going to be a lot. I think it's only like maybe after 6 or 7 years that people are going to get tired of this short form content, because they're already, you can see there's a divide in the people. A lot of people love the short form. A lot of people are like, no, short form is bad for you. Yeah. Which, my personal opinion, it is bad for you because it does shorten your concentration, and you know it makes. The one bad thing about the short form content is the amount of dopamine that you take in that short form.
Yeah.
The amount of dopamine, you know, your adrenaline levels, your emotions, you know, it gets stirred up, and then in the next video it gets stirred up again, and then the next video it gets stirred up again. You know, you get hypes and then you get downs, and it's like a drug almost, and that's not a good thing. So I think in the next 5 years, it's still going to be there. It's still going to be prevalent. It might even get worse than it is at the moment. But I think at the end of the 5 years, we might start seeing a shift to long form videos again. And I think where brands are going to come into play is they're more going to tap into their brand image, which at the moment they're doing it really good. But I think more brands are going to start doing it. More brands are going to become like Nike. More brands are going to become like Red Bull, where instead of focusing on the product, instead of showing you their product, they're going to show you what their product does or what their product is associated with. They're going to have you form that mental connection between, okay, you know, Red Bull is energy. Energy is doing backflips, you know, riding motorcycles.
Maybe, you know, so you have a really good point there. Mm-hmm. But honestly, where I see it going, I really do see it as a place.
This is where we start bumping it.
This is where we start bumping it. I really do see social media just becoming like an ad platform. You know, just a platform of marketing where, you know, it's not even about, it's like shopping, but for businesses, you know? That's how I see it. Yeah. I just see hopping on Instagram be like, hey, Theo, we got a nice copywriting business around the block. That's really where I see social media going in the next 5 years. I really do feel, unless they start changing some things, they have become more explicit about how an ad can be run and how it's supposed to be marketed. Like Meta is a lot like that.
Yeah, look, it's already a lot of ads on social medias at the moment. And I don't think it's going to go away anytime soon.
But I mean, look at Facebook, that's why I'm bringing this up. Facebook is getting to a point where they're now adding the ads into the video as part of the video. Yeah. So an ad blocker
even if you take YouTube, for example, YouTube wants to get to a point where the ad becomes a part of the video.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
It used to be a separate part of the video, and if you've got ad blockers, it just picks up where that ad is put in and it takes it out. Now they want to put it in the video, so the ad blocker can't find where the ad is.
So now
because
the
it's
ad,
not a separate video.
so now the
it's
ad will
in
be
the video.
unskippable.
Yeah.
And that's what we call the adpocalypse.
So you see, that's where we start bumping heads, because in my opinion, that's something we need to move away from.
Yeah.
Because I feel like so many of the ads that you see are just a waste of time.
Maybe, but you know, you're not wrong. But I mean, it's like shopping too. You know,
like I get it if it's targeted to the correct people, but a lot of times it's not.
But what I hate is like Temu. I don't want to see another Temu ad for the life of me.
But exactly.
I don't have.
But you know why you see so many Temu ads? It's because they are bombarding you. They're putting billions in their
What we need to understand is like, exactly. They're putting billions. They don't even have billions, but they're paying billions.
Yeah.
You know? And because they're paying billions, they're making tens of billions.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's crazy that the product place. I don't even know how they got that clearance. You know, it's just like they're popping out that.
They don't. They actually find
some of it's like high quality,
so many.
And some of it's bad. Like you can see, like this is shot like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we're gonna do this. You're gonna wear this. Where did you get this?
Wait,
no, I got that. Like,
where did you get this socket set?
Yeah.
Oh, on Temu for free.
Yeah, it's like and then you got
to me.
You got like 2 mechanics wearing the stupidest stuff I ever saw.
Yeah.
I never saw mechanics wearing these stuff. And what I'm just getting down to, I believe it's gonna become an adpocalypse. I really do.
Just unlimited ads.
If they don't get to a
YouTube
point,
videos are gonna go to 6 ads per video.
I feel how an ad's supposed to work. If I just like that ad, you shouldn't show it. That's what I feel.
Yeah, you know
I've had ads that I liked. Like the ad is so good. I'm just not gonna buy. But I like the ad, you know?
It's good.
Like me and Theo, we actually discussed this yesterday. He saw a great ad, he was explaining to me, and I was like, bro, the estimated payment for that will be this much, and they'll probably get this many views. It's like when you're doing marketing for a while,
you look at it different.
You know, you instantly know, man, this guy's making a boatload of money.
You can't just look at an ad now and be like, you know, next thing.
Next
now, being in marketing, you look at an ad and you're like, this is why they're doing this.
Yeah.
This is how they're going to reach these people.
Yes, and you're
this is their target audience.
So this is
you
how
immediately start seeing all of that.
Yeah, it's very different. So, that's how I see it in a few years from now. And it's going to be different. It's going to be rough.
I don't know. I think they have to bring out some laws to protect us.
Yeah, they're probably going to. Like, Meta's already...
That's why I said I don't see it becoming... I think what it's going to become is more of a point where brands are trying to express their brand identity. Less ads and more what the business is about.
See, if we can move away from it. The problem is, obviously when a business starts, it's hard to get your name out there. So
you get a lot of Temus out there.
Temu is terrible. But, I mean...
you can't say that.
Yeah, sorry. I mean, they're doing good for... Don't get me wrong, they're doing good. It's a good business and they're really doing well.
But yet again, that's like abusing your marketing power.
Yeah,
like marketing is good, but the way they're doing it, they're like forcing it down your throat. And a lot of people are buying it, A lot of people are just like, I want that free socket set.
Yeah.
And, the one thing I've learned in life is that nothing is truly free.
Nothing is truly free.
Either, you pay for it in one way or another, or you are the payment.
Yeah, just remember, guys, when you install an app, just look at the terms and conditions.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, back to the problem, back to the point. That's really just where I see it going. And, I just see us benefiting in a way from it.
Yeah.
I obviously with a lot of ads. I don't know if you guys, there was a web page. I don't know if you guys knew about this web page. Where this guy just needed a few bucks, and then basically you could go put your logo there on that web page for like a few bucks.
Yeah, I know about it.
It was like that was like the billboard. Like at the end of the day,
like you paid to keep your spot.
Yeah, and there was a once-off payment. It was the first data center, if you want to see it like that. It was just you storing something there. And it was just you memorizing, like a bunch of people just put random shit there. But I mean, even McDonald's was in it at one point. But what cool was about it is that it was a piece of history of the internet that we'll never get back. That was torn down. It broke everybody's heart. It was really a piece of the internet everybody wanted. It was a small idea, and that's why I think ads started. But anyway, back to the point. I really just see us benefiting from the services. Even if it doesn't become an adpocalypse.
Yeah, what do you think is like one way you can benefit from social media and using marketing in social media?
I think what you can benefit is not just getting good views, but getting targeted views. Views of people actually that you want to see the content. People are obviously
getting the correct target.
Getting the target market. I really do believe that the algorithms are learning really well. Yeah. Even with all the ads.
I must say, Facebook has improved their ads like so much. Like if you take it from 10 years ago, not even, if you take it 5 years ago compared to now, the amount of algorithms that they've got in place to learn your ad, to show to the correct people, it's insane. Like I used to hate Facebook for the targeted ads that they used to do. Now that we're using Facebook's ads, I'm actually like, wow, okay, I see how it's targeting the correct
especially
people.
when I started explaining to Theo how Metapixel works and how everything works. I actually had to reset it up today. But yeah, it's just fun how it works. I really do see us just benefiting from it. It's hard to understand it when you're not doing it.
It is.
It's also hard to explain to you guys, but in my head I can already see a bunch of ways of us getting your guys' attention, but also getting the right markets. People that we actually want to do business with us. We at the end of the day, guys, we're doing the content to also get some new clients and also just get our brand out there.
We're running ads first of all to get clients.
Yeah.
Second of all, and I actually think this is more important than just getting clients, but getting better at running ads, getting better at learning how ads work, learning how to engage the right target audience. I mean, if you can figure that out, you can sell that to your client. It's a skill at the end of the day. And the more you perfect it, the better you're going to become at it. So I think if you can learn advertising, if you can learn how this social media space works, how to benefit from it, you're going to be ahead of your competition in so many ways.
Really
I mean, we've spoken about this in the previous podcast where a lot of people aren't even touching the digital world. They're staying away from it completely. They're like, I don't want any part of this.
Guys.
I just want to be, Billy down the street, I'm going to sell to him and my business is going to be good. Your business might be good for like 1 or 2 years still, but you're missing out on so much profit. You're missing out on such a huge connection you can make with other clients, other people online. And yet again, that's where social media comes in. It steps up to the plate and it's like, I provide connections with people. And a lot of people are just looking for that connection. A lot of people are just looking to engage with other people. Companies like us, businesses like ours, we're trying to reach our target audience. And in this digital world, it's so much easier. Like reaching people overseas has never been this easy.
This easy. And also receiving payments. It hasn't been this easy. So again, guys, in conclusion of today, there's a big market open. Obviously, me and you can't agree about where it's going to go. But at the end of the day, I really do believe...
I mean, it is still up in the air.
Yeah, it really is. And maybe in 5 years, I'll tell you so. But
yeah, maybe in 5 years, the AI apocalypse will begin. We'll have to fight Terminators,
like, it's already starting. Because every now and then there's a new AI about how to streamline your business and marketing. And I'm just like, just hire me, I'll do it better.
Yeah.
But anyway, to the closing, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do believe this was a really insightful podcast. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I
enjoyed it as well.
And also, after you explain your point, it makes sense where you're going, but I don't agree. Anyway, thank you.
A lot of things we don't agree on.
Yeah, a lot of things, but that's just how it works.
That's good. It's good to have disagreements because you get to see other people's point of view, and I think at the end of the day, it makes you a better person because you walk away from it smart. You walk away from it with a different view as well. But to get back to it, thank you very much, guys, for watching. And feel free to follow us on all the social media networks: YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok,
X, Threads, LinkedIn. Just go around. Obviously, you guys can find us on our website, www.subscriptsolutions.com. And obviously, all our services and payment plans are there. You guys can
shoot us an email, schedule a meeting.
Please, guys, we'll also be notified through our pixel. We are available. We can help you guys with so much. Just contact us.
If you want to learn more about ads, if you want to get into marketing, shoot us an email.
Shoot us emails, guys.
Definitely.
Again, thank you so much for watching. See you next time.
See you next time. Cheers.